sure we got fucking sound here. Hello? Hello? Is that working? I don't fucking know. All right. Well, if it's working, it's working. Hey, you cunts. Welcome back to the kitchen. I know I've not been gone for a while, but, you know, nobody really seemed to give a shit anyway. So today I am putting together the Birch Benders Paleo pancake mix. So here's the deal with this shit. Okay. It's got a pretty little package, and it's got, it's got everything you need on here. It's got these little fucking cavemen with these, I don't know. They look deformed. They look like they've got some kind of birth defect going on. So the deal with these is, you look at these in the store. Okay. They're right next to the keto pancakes. So, the thing about this is the paleo is a lot cheaper because it's got the right words. At least okay. What I'm trying to say is the keto brand is in right now. It's essentially the same exact fucking thing, but the keto brand, or the keto one, from Birch Benders, is more expensive because the fucking, keto is in right now. Paleo was a couple of years ago. So, as I try to fucking figure out what I'm trying to say and have a stroke in the same effect, there we go. So it took a long time to fucking explain that. Anyway, I've already made my bacon, because if you've watched my channel, you already know how to make fucking bacon. I shouldn't have to make bacon every fucking video I do, okay? So you fucking cunts, if you don't know how to make bacon already, then I don't know what to do for you, okay? So what I'm going to do right now is turn my heat down a little bit, because it's starting to smoke in here, and I don't smoke anymore. Okay. Let me move my fucking camera around a little bit. How's everybody doing? Huh? Say hello in the chat. Say hi. Okay. So we got a bowl. Huh? Nice little bowl. We got this stuff. So what I'm going to do is show you I'm going to show you the way I make it. It's okay. So they tell you that basically you add a 3/4 cup mix per 2/3 cup of water. If you're into flavor, you can follow my way. So we're using whole milk today. I'm gonna go with the 3/4 cup ish. Also, we don't really measure shit in my kitchen. We just kind of fucking wing it. That's probably more like a cup, so whatever. Fuck it. Also, they don't ask you to do it, but crack a fucking egg in there. Boom. Just like that, okay? What's up, Bleeding Blue and Frank Vladimir? How you doing, brothers? Can you guys hear me okay? I'm just making sure that my mic is working. I've been using the same microphone battery for the past year, so I'm sure it's going to go shitty at some point. All right, so that's what is it? 2/3 cup of water, LOL/milk. So I'm doing about a 1/2 cup of milk, because basically, the more you let this shit sit, the more kind of, I don't know, the more it kind of solidifies. So I actually end up having to use more milk in this process. So here we go with this. Thanks for letting me know that the audio sounds good. So I'm just gonna, like grandma used to do, I'm gonna mix it up with a fork, ghetto white trash style. Good old fucking, so we're gonna mix this up. See, that's still, to me, I like my pancakes a little, I don't know, thin, you might say. It's gonna end up more like cake. So I'm actually gonna put a little bit more water in here. Just a sploosh, just a little yeet of milk. Did I say water? I don't fucking know. I don't even know what fucking day it is, okay? So So in just a second, I'm going to move my whole operation just a little bit over here. That looks pretty good to me. So we got a nice little, I don't know if you can see that. Oh, here we go. Kind of have a nice little run there. It's not like, it's kind of just creamy, you know? So that's what we want. That's our end goal here. So I'm going to move you all over just a little bit here so I can get an overhead view of the operation. Got our guns and knives over here. You know, just these are essential items in the kitchen. So, where's my shit? Okay, I'm using this. You don't have to use whatever. You can use butter or whatever you want. So, hey, can you show us how to make bread croissant texture? I know you know how to make it. Are you sure about that, Frank? I think you have a little bit too much faith in me, dude. Okay, so I sprayed a little bit of that shit on there. I actually need to bring the heat up a little bit again. It'll probably cook the way it is, but I brought the heat down because it was smoking. Anyway, we are in the brand new kitchen. We're actually moving, so I'm going to be. I would expect more of content like this to be coming towards you. Okay, so between Twitch and YouTube, I'm going to try to make it, you know, an operation that is sustainable for me to keep going with, so I can provide you motherfuckers with entertainment as well as, you know, some good recipes and shit. But yeah, been streaming on Twitch every weekday. So if you want to check that out, that's where I am most of the time. And Bleeding Blue is right along there with me. So he's a moderator on both platforms. So, all right, I am going to go ahead and just kind of, I'm going to try to show you guys the way I'm doing it here. It's still a little bit thick, but it's not so bad. That just means that it'll be more fluffy. The serving size is like, I don't know. Nobody follows serving sizes, right? So I'm just like, this is making 2 thick pancakes, you know, like I can eat the shit out of this. This is no big deal to me. Okay. All right. So I'm going to let that sit for a second. I like my pancakes nice and light colored. Okay. Frank, I will, I'll do some research on that. I mean, I've always wanted to make bread that way, you know, like full, like really fatty bread, essentially. What is that French shit? I don't know if I can remember. Okay. And, oh, fuck, look at that. I didn't wait long enough. You always got to have that test, man. Got to have that test piece. F in the chat for my mistake, my failure there. Usually this shit holds together pretty well, but you know, we're just gonna have a fucked up one. This is how I came out at birth. Okay, this is, you know, I just kind of like, I fell apart on the table, and they just kind of pieced me together. You know, just kind of, okay, this guy is, we've never seen anything like this before, so we're just gonna put him together. So that's what happened. So, in retrospect, you would want to, or in hindsight, you would want to fucking wait a little bit longer before you got a little crazy. But you know, when there's people watching, flavor is what really matters. Exactly. See, like when you're making a YouTuber, it doesn't necessarily matter what he looks like. I mean, if it's a woman, sure, maybe. And also, this spatula is probably not the best tool to be using. Maybe I should be using something a little larger, like this bad boy. I can't find my fucking steel one. I don't know where the hell it went. So, like, this is what happens when you let women in your kitchen. Okay, they use things, and then it goes into the wrong place. You know, I just, like, what? Where the fuck is my shit? Oh, there it is. It's a little dirty, but that's okay. We'll deal with it. That's what she said, right? All right. See, See, we can save him. See, he just kind of looks like a chode now, which is okay. I mean, half of you are into chodes anyway, so okay. Here we go. Let's throw get a plate down here just to get ready. And hopefully the next pancake isn't as shitty. I'm actually going to add a little more milk. Like that's one thing about this mix, and even like regular pancake mix, if you let it sit for too long, it starts to solidify. So whenever I've made like the just add water pancake mix or whatever, or any pancake mix for that matter, it always does that. I don't know what it is. It could be just because I use milk, but anyway, there you go with that. Throw that on there. So another rule when making pancakes, okay, is you have to. Where do I live? You have to put butter on them as they're coming off the heat. Okay, that's a requirement. So you put a couple little bits of butter on there, and let that melt into the pancake. That's how you do shit. Okay, we don't accept anything else around here. That's Peppa Pig shape. Exactly. See, making it fun. We're making our mistakes a little bit fun around here. Okay, we're a wacky channel. Okay, let's get wacky, boys. All right, so throwing that down, going in a circular motion. I'm not really getting the best angle for y'all, but you're getting the gist of it. So you're getting the gist of it. Ha 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 ha. So how's everybody doing today? We're just sitting here making pancakes, hanging out with my boys. Okay. So videos coming up. I've got on the schedule. I've got my fucking what is it? Quest Nutrition and RX bar review. I'm gonna be doing a side-by-side comparison of the two bars. I'm trying to decide whether I'm gonna do it live or actually make a dedicated video. What do y'all think? I don't know. Okay, so I'm trying to be smart about it. So we got a good brown on the bottom. So let's just slide that under, and that's more like it. That is more like it. And it's hard to see on camera here, but it has a nice like rise to it. It like really rises. Okay, so what makes this keto or whatever is they use. Let me see here. They use almond flour, coconut flour. That's the base of it. So we got like some monk fruit in there and shit. So it's pretty good stuff. If you got nut allergies, that rip. LOL. F in the chat for you, but oh well. Life goes on. But yeah, we're just gonna wait for that to. Basically, I'm looking at the sides. There's like we got some sweating going on the edges here. So I'm just gonna let that dry out a bit before I fucking serve it up. So, and sometimes it's a good idea even to flip pancakes. One or two times, just to make sure you let them cook all the way through. At some point, I'll be getting an actual camera streaming setup so I can have multiple angles on my cooking situation. So at least the shot isn't as boring. So yeah, I'm actually gonna flip that a little bit because it's starting to get a little brown on the bottom. So I want to make sure that's all cooked all the way through. It's really not that big of a deal. Also, like if it's not completely cooked, like it is with wheat. With wheat, it's like if you consume raw flour, like raw dough, it can really fuck you up. Like you can really get sick. So with this shit, it's like, it's just almonds and coconut powder, basically. So it's not really that big of a deal. Okay, as you can not see off camera here, I'm putting butter on the pancakes, and it looks like I've got room. Looks like I've got enough for just one more little baby one. You always got to have that little baby pancake on top. You know what I mean? Don't throw away. Don't waste. And sometimes another thing that I also do is just like do some of that action. Spread her out a little bit. And there you go. Now it's like a basically regular sized pancake. It's a little thin. So one thing I'll probably talk about it. I think I'm going to do podcast on Saturday. Like I'm going to try to get back into that groove. But on my other channel, one of my other channels, my TheBear channel, one of my videos just randomly has like 35,000 views now. So like, okay. So if you want to follow that, it's TheBear. It's kind of easy to find. There's a motorcycle in the fucking picture. So, but that has nothing to do with this channel. But this is my channel, so I can talk about whatever I want. Okay, so I'm taking a look underneath. So what you may want to do also is keep the heat. The heat where I have it is just below medium. That's kind of where I cook everything. But anyway, Vanessa A, good morning. Yum. Good morning to you, Vanessa A. How are you doing this fine day? I'm just making some fucking paleo pancakes here. Paleo and keto are essentially the same fucking thing. So I'm just trying to show the good people that just because it has the word keto on the front of it doesn't mean that it's not keto friendly. Okay. So the paleo is some good shit. It's just the word. It's just not the word that's in the hashtags right now. A couple of years ago, the paleo shit was more expensive. And that's kind of where Birch Benders got their name. Birch Benders is, got some good shit going for them. So if you haven't smashed like already, go ahead and do so. I don't mean to boss you around, but, just if you like what you're watching, obviously. I mean, if you don't like what you're watching, like, why are you watching? Anyway. Good morning, barely waking up. Well, I hope that your entire day goes very, very well. Okay, so I'm off camera putting butter on the last little baby pancake. Yeah. Okay, and I like a lot of butter. Okay, I mean, people don't realize like how much butter I like to put on shit. Okay. And then, then we'll get our garnishments here. Bacon is a garnishment. Yes, bacon is a garnishment. So here you go, fuckers. And I think I'm going to do like I did last time and sit and have a meal with you guys. So my solution to syrup, thanks you too. Right on. My solution to syrup is, let me show you. Because I wish I didn't have to fucking eat this way, but my life gets ruined if I don't. So, enjoy your breakfast. Well, thank you. I hope you enjoy your breakfast. So let me find it here. It's the I've shown it a little bit on the channel. It's the Swerve confectioner's sugar. So basically, I'll take this and just throw it on top, mix this with butter. Like if you wanna get real hardcore with this, all you gotta do is take some butter, put it in a bowl and put it in a fucking microwave, and add some confectioner's sugar, from Swerve. And you can drizzle it just like syrup. But I'm just doing it like that. Okay. I'm just fucking boop. Just a little bit of powder. Okay. This is it's 0 calories. There's no glycemic index. Some people get headaches from erythritol, which is the main ingredient in this shit. So you gotta be careful, you know. RW 260. What 220? Oh, RW. I'm 6 feet 40. Started keto on March 4th. I'm doing about 850 calories a day. Is calorie counting not necessary on keto? I'm beyond feeling low energy. I'm that zone now. Down about 16 pounds in 10 days. Damn, 16 pounds in 10 days. You must be losing a lot of water. I would say yes. If you're in like and don't like really fucking, I'm not an expert, okay? But I have lost like 40 some pounds. Anyway, I would say calorie counting matters in any case. If you even if you're full on like carnivore and you're in caloric surplus, like you're still gonna gain weight. Like you know, it's, you don't want to say it's as simple as calories in, calories out, but it really, like, for the most part it is. Now if you want to have like more of a, I'm moving my shit around, by the way. If you want to have more of a quality of life while you're in caloric deficit, then holy shit. Trying to fucking explain this shit real quick. Hold up, boys. I'm just trying to get my breakfast chair set up here. So caloric deficit matters. Calorie counts matter. I would say it's like not as much of a deal on keto. But I don't know. If you're eating like anti-inflammatory foods, you're probably gonna experience just a better quality of life in general. But if you're low energy, I would say maybe you're not getting enough salt. If you're feeling woozy, you know, the problem that I had when I first started doing keto, even though I'm like really not doing keto at the moment, I'm just like low carb, no sugar at all. The main problem that I had was I wasn't getting enough calories and I wasn't getting enough fat. Keto is all about fat. So you want to make sure that you're consuming enough of that, enough fat, enough calories, so you can actually get through the day without fucking dying. Okay. So, yeah, I hope I'm answering your question, and feel free to ask any more questions and I'll do my best. You know, I'm not, like I said, I'm no fucking expert, but I know a thing or two about a thing or two. Thanks for joining, everybody. I'm just gonna get my shit set up. I'm gonna have a little breakfast with y'all. Okay? Because people seemed to like that last time, and I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna move my mic though, because I don't want you guys to hear me munching and crunching and swallowing. Frank Blattermer, 850 is too low. I think so. I'm not an expert too. Yeah. Yeah, it seems like 850 probably a little low, brother. So I check into that. Make sure you're getting enough calories. I need to read that again. Is calorie counting not necessarily keto? I'm beyond feeling low energy. I'm that zone now, about 16 pounds. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'd check that out. So I'm moving my microphone. It's going to sound a little funny because it's going to go through my fucking shirt. Who the hell is calling me? Hey. Who the hell is calling me, man? I'm trying to find a spot to clip my camera to. Or my microphone. Hey, shut up. Leave me alone. My dog's gonna start barking. So what does everybody else's day look like? Like, what are we having for breakfast? Okay, I always want to know what everyone's having, what everyone's eating. Okay, I'm into a lot of things, but I'm into food as well as as a lot of us are. Okay, so this shit. Let me go find the package. So might as well make this a little bit of a review too. So we've got cassava starch, organic coconut flour, almond flour, eggs, leavening, monocalcium phosphate, sodium bicarbonate, salt, monk fruit, and spice. What does that mean? Spice? Add turkey sandwich. Right on, brother. Hell yeah. Yeah, Birch Benders. They also make a fucking they make a syrup as well, which so far the ones that I've had, I'm not really a big fan of. I would rather just put swerving butter on a plate and just fucking go for it, you know. So, anyways, yeah, I'm just gonna sit here, have a fucking meal with you guys. Okay. You had a turkey sandwich for breakfast, dude? You're a fucking psycho. Of course, everybody knows that. Everybody knows that Bleeding Blue is a fucking psychopath. Okay. So let's see what else we got. So I've been away for a little bit, mainly because I've been moving. I haven't really had much of internet to speak of until just recently. Vanessa is thinking eggs, bacon, pancakes. No. Haha. Gotcha. Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm not right in the head. I hope you guys can still hear me okay, since the mic is not clipped onto me anymore. Yep. I do not have a warm beverage. I already drank my coffee for the morning. So what I've been doing is, so I don't make, so I don't get too high of blood pressure. I've been having like one cup of coffee in the morning, and then I wait until my stream on Twitch to have a bang energy, and then and that's pretty much it throughout the day. I might have like another cup of coffee before work, but I'm just trying not to drink too much caffeine during the day, and like the bang energy gets me going for the stream. So okay, I'm drinking water. All right, jeez, Vanessa, God, you're fucking a little demanding there, huh? I kid, I joke. Let me get this down just a little bit so you can kind of see the fucking pile of cocaine on my plate here. Same here. Yeah, try not to drink too much caffeine because I really like caffeine. I like coffee and shit. And if you have too much of it, then like you don't get the effect of it. I don't see the water. It's right here. It's right here. Okay. So yeah, you don't get the same effects. Like when I was drinking coffee, like when I was first basically getting into coffee, when I would drink it, it would like make me happy. It would make me like super ecstatic. But now it's just like, it's more and more. It's just like I'm using it to just maintain, So trying to get back to that. I used to take a day off of coffee or caffeine in general, like one day off a week, but that shit ain't happening anymore. Unless I want a fucking massive headache for the whole day. So you could say I have a problem. Okay. Well, thanks for joining me today, everybody. So I guess in conclusion, They have a way that they want you to make this. It's just like the 3/4 cup mixed, 2/3 cup of water. So what I've been doing lately is I'll switch the water for milk, and it's almost a 1-to-1 ratio at that point because the milk is a little thicker. And then I'll add an egg. You can add even 2 eggs if you wanted to. Makes it a bit fluffier, and I just like putting eggs and shit. Like when I'm baking, I always add an extra egg. Like why you have to, you know. Vanessa, jaw, I'm so demanding. Didn't mean that way. Jaw. Just thought you didn't get nothing to drink. What are you, my mom now? Just fucking with you. Just fucking with you, the Nessa over there. Huh? Hey, I hope your fucking day goes well. It's good to see you in the chat. Okay, motherfuckers. Anybody got any questions for me? It's like been my life goal as a content creator. I just want somebody to ask questions. You know? I just want my opinion to be heard, man. But, you know, some of my opinions you don't want to hear. What should I make next? What do you think? I've been starting to do these type of videos in the morning. So it's usually breakfast. But you know, maybe I'll do some later, like on my days off. Maybe I'll do like after Twitch stream or whatever. I think that'd be cool. I'm trying to find a good cereal that I can handle. Mukbangs, nah, dog. Vanessa out here wilding, bro. She in that weird part of the internet, bro. Ain't no mukbangs around here. People keep asking me to do mukbangs, man. Why? The answer is no. Listen, okay. I've said it once. I've said it twice. And I'll say it again. I have to edit these, like the dedicated videos. I have to edit them. Okay. And listening to myself chewing is like, that sounds like the worst thing ever. Like that sounds, I couldn't, I don't even know. I'd probably throw myself off a fucking bridge if I did that. So I'm good. Man. Like, you know, you already get up in the morning and talk shit to yourself. And then, yeah. And then you have to listen to that shit? No. You know the whole ASMR thing? Okay. People seem to think that ASMR is just people seem to think that it's just for food, for listening to someone eat. Okay? It's not that. It's just a reaction that your fucking whatever, your spinal, I don't know shit about biology. It's just a reaction that your brain has. It's like an orgasm for your brain. That's all it is. So like I get that reaction when I just listen to people talk. Like when I listen to like an old man talk, or like an old, like, I don't know, like a woman with a nice voice or something like that. I used to think it was me like having a sense that I was talking to a good person, but no, that's not it. I've talked to some bad people, like where I had that reaction, and yeah, it's just that. It's just the sound of their voice, you know. Anyway, Okay, so birch bending, they have this little, there's some literature here. Birch bending, like pancake making, is a great American tradition. Birches are slender yet supple trees that will bend down or return you to the ground when you climb them, like a fishing pole under the weight of a catch. As a young boy in Maine, our founder, Matt, spent his summers bending birches. Years later, he would carry that same playful spirit to his love of pancake making, and eventually to the brand he hoped to share with the world. After all, as Robert Frost said in his poem Birches, one could do worse than be a swinger of birches. Huh. Cool. Okay, I guess. What am I streaming on Twitch today? By the way, Bleeding Blue, could you be a doll and drop that Twitch link in the chat? Let's see. I'm going to be streaming. I think I'm going to be doing a bit of Roblox today, as well as something else. I'm not exactly sure what. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I'd like to play Minecraft on there at some point, just to fuck around, because I haven't played it since it came out. But you know, first-person shooter is just kind of my thing. Anyway, this is probably getting boring to you guys, so I don't know. Unless you have any more questions, I'm going to probably wrap it up. Because it's just like, after a while, it's just a guy sitting here eating. So, I mean, maybe some people are into that, but I don't know what people do when they watch shit like that, you know? Like, is really good. What is really good? What? So yeah, we're in the new house. Dog is set up. We're good. They get hungry. Yeah. I think for my next cooking stream, I'm probably going to do something with rice. I mean, I eat a lot of rice. Me and us in this household, we do. So let's see. I'll probably do like this. I do this fried rice thing. Like I use leftover meat, like either a pork chop, or it's really good with a pork chop. But something left over. And then you fry the rice, but then you add like the meat and sauce and shit. It's pretty dope. So is it dangerous to have lost 16 pounds in 10 days on 850 calories? Let me look at your comment again, because let's see. It depends on your weight. 16 pounds in 10 days is not unheard of. You started at 260 and you are 6 feet tall. So it also depends on if you're on obviously you're on a caloric deficit, and if you're switching over to lower it, like not as inflammatory foods, you're gonna see some water loss. And like I said, you want to make sure that you're drinking plenty of water, and you want to make sure that you're consuming plenty of salt. Everyone's afraid of salt in our society, but it's an essential mineral, and when you lose water, you lose salt. So I would say, like when I first started doing it, and when I switched my body over, completely OCD about what I'm eating, no crappy fats. There are not very many crappy fats, but Let's see. Around 36 carbs a day. Yeah. See what I did when I first started is when I learned that salt was like actually really essential to be consuming. And I would try to use sea salt if you can. But what I did was I would put just a little bit of salt in a glass of water, like maybe if you're feeling shitty like that, like if you're getting like headaches and you just like feel really low energy and shit, put a little bit of salt in a cup of warm water and just chug it down and see how you feel. Like that's how that's how I would get out of those little lulls like that. It's really beneficial. So I had Slim Fast Keto Ultra Hydration Powder Tropical Mango, 6 ounce, 53 servings to 32 ounces of water. It's a teaspoon, about 64 ounces of water a day. Okay. So if you're feeling shitty, you've only been doing it for what, 2 weeks, you said? March 4th. Oh, so you've been going for almost 2 months. So usually the first month is shit. Like the first month sucks. I did first 5 days, not feeling shitty anymore. Okay. So the main question you're asking is 850 a day. It just depends on how much you're burning, I would say. 850 a day is an okay amount for some people, but like I guess on keto you probably don't have to worry too much about calories, but it is important. Maybe, yeah, I would say that the weight is probably gonna level off because your body's gonna be burning through the amount of fat that you have, and you're gonna hit a plateau at some point. Like I burned 30, I burned about 20 or 30 pounds of fat pretty quick. And then I just plateaued. I'm sitting at like, I'm 5'9". I'm sitting at like 168, 170 right now. I'd like to see if I can get down to 160 and see how I feel, but it's really hard once you hit that plateau to lose more weight. Do keto slow is really good, but do it slow, at least 1,500 calories a day. Yeah, you may need to bump up your calories just a little bit, especially if you're working out. See, I don't know like your whole situation. Like if you're working out, you want to make sure you're fueling your body because your body will just start eating itself, And like I said, I'm not a fucking expert, so don't take my advice a little bit with a grain of salt. My typical day is breakfast keto, 190 calorie keto bar. Lunch day, ground beef, sauteed onions, cereal bowl. Snack will be 90 calorie keto mint chocolate chip. Dinner, bone broth, 1 avocado. Huh. So interesting. I would probably increase your fat a bit more and like maybe more protein. 190 calorie keto bar. Put some eggs in your diet too, man. I'm not working out yet, just mountain bike riding. Okay. Well, even if you're mountain bike riding, you're still burning quite a bit of calories, depending on how long you're riding. I would say, I'd say you probably need to get more fat. You're probably adapted over by now if it's 2 months. Yeah, I'd start eating a little bit more. Just like try it out, see how you feel. Like, let's see. Maybe switch out the ground beef too. Like get some good steak in there. Or not 2 months, just 2 weeks. Began on May 4th. Okay, that changes everything. Okay, so all right, 16 pounds in 2 weeks is not unheard of. Go a month, because it's going to suck for a little while. Okay, for the next 2 weeks, I would say maybe bump up, get a little bit more complete proteins in there, like steak instead of ground beef. Get some eggs in there somewhere. Put some eggs in there somewhere. You need more fat, I think. Eggs and tuna, yeah. Bleeding blue. Yeah. Don't underestimate the power of fat on this diet, because it's supposed to be like 80% fat or something. So, like on your ground beef and sautéed onions, if you keep using ground beef, put some butter in there. I put a teaspoon of MCT oil in coffee. I have 50 cans of albacore in my closet. 2 chunky tuna, about $4.99 a can. Oof. F in the chat. So yeah, it's going to take time. Like if you've only been doing it for 2 weeks, then you're going to feel like shit probably for at least the next week. So just keep charging. But I would say increase your fat and protein a little bit. Like actually complete proteins, like meat. Like you need meat, man. And salt. So like, so a lot of the time I'm basically carnivore. Like I'll eat like a lot of, there's a big portion of the week where I just basically I'll eat just meat, and it feels great. Do you use MyFitnessPal, the accountability calculator? I do not. I don't use any of that shit. Not that it's bad. It's really good for some people. Like a lot of people need that structure. Like for me, since this whole COVID thing, the gym's been closed. I need that structure, man. I haven't been working out near enough, dude. So some things to take into account, I guess. It does help to count calories, but you want to make sure you're getting enough. If your fitness thing tries to keep you accountable for the amount of calories you're burning, you just want to find a balance. But it's going to take at least a couple weeks for your body, a couple more weeks for your body to get completely switched over. Bloom, welcome to the stream, by the way. I mix salads with either steak and or bacon, avocados, eggs, spinach mostly, tuna salad. Sardines are fantastic protein. When you eat well, don't skimp and don't snack. Salt is essential. Yeah. You want to make sure your meals are nice and hearty. Like, stay away from the booze for sure. Someone told me don't count calories on keto. I'm confused by that. I'm tracking calories OCD level. I would say don't track them OCD level, at least, but definitely pay attention to them. Whoever told you that you don't need to count calories, at least at this point when you're trying to lose weight, they didn't have really the right things in mind. You need red meat, fat, beef because your digestive system needs to work all day to avoid problems. Yeah, snacking sucks. Don't fucking do it. You don't need a snack. At least 2 solid meals a day is good. You may look into intermittent fasting too. I'll never eat whole sardines. Fuck that shit, eyeballs and all. You gotta have that. You gotta have that extra skin to eat that, boy. Also on keto, you can consume some booze, like a dry alcohol, dry wines, like gin. Gin is a dry alcohol that that you can consume in small quantities. And also, what is the wine? There's a dry wine. What is it? Chardonnay, I think. I don't know shit about wine. My pancakes are cold now. Thanks, guys. It's all your fault. So is my bacon. I have to put this shit in the microwave. Yeah. Damn, dude. It's been a good discussion. Breakfast 3 days ago was a New York strip steak, 8 ounce, chopped into cubes, and 3 eggs. That's basically my daily breakfast right there. When I'm not eating some paleo pancakes. That's a great breakfast, man. Actually, I did a video. I did one of these videos, one of these live streams on that a little while ago. If you go back a couple of videos, you'll be able to see it. I do steak chopped up. I don't think it was an 8 ounce. I think it was more like a 10 or 12 ounce steak. Chopped it up, put onions and chopped broccoli in there. Let that chill for a little while, and then throw like 3 or 4 eggs in there. And that shit's tits, man. And it'll sustain you for a long time. That's a hearty breakfast, man. I would definitely say start your day with a really nice hearty breakfast, and that'll, like, without an excess of carbohydrates or whatever. One thing I didn't realize before I started was vegetables do count as carbohydrates. I didn't realize before. I didn't know shit about nutrition or anything when I started, but vegetables have carbohydrates. Also, is buying bone broth okay? I read it's good in this diet. I drink about 10 ounces of that like a warm soup sipped. It was about 45 calories. Heard collagen in it is good. Helps skin, muscles too. Anything that comes from the bones, like bone marrow broth, like real high quality shit, really, really, really good for you. Those fats and nutrients in there, just unendingly good for you. I would say keep up with that for sure. Yeah. But I would say in conclusion, don't worry too much about calories. Pay attention to them, but don't get too worked up over how many calories. If you have a high fat content on your body too, like you're gonna be burning a little bit. Your body is still switching over at 2 weeks to fat, So keep that in mind. Just make sure you're keeping your salt and water content up, and you should be okay. I think he's to do it slow because his skin needs to be adapted to his new body. So 1,500 to 1,700 calories, I think, might be he needs at least. Yeah, slow is good. Slow is always good when you're losing weight. And you're 40 too, so your skin may not be as it doesn't have as much elasticity as it used to, probably. I mean, 40 is not that old, to be honest. Let's be honest. I'll be 40 in 10 years. But yeah, that is definitely something to keep in mind. I would bump up your calories for sure. Maybe bump it up to 1,000. See how you feel. Check back with me too on how it goes. Maybe I'll just do a fucking low carb ketogenic diet, fucking another one of these, but just that, maybe I'll read some literature and get into some discussions with you guys, because this has been fun. I like this. But so I need to get finished with this breakfast. Then I need to go prepare to do my Twitch stream over at twitch.tv/TRexMorgan. So I got to go get ready for that. Anyway, really appreciate you guys joining me today. It's been really fun. And I hope that you're able to get some of this at some point. I mean, I'll probably make an Amazon link and post in the description later. But yeah, if that was helpful to you, I hope so. And it's Luke_TheBear on Instagram. If you want to DM me and continue our discussion, feel free to do so. My DMs are always open. My internet signal is kind of going to shit. Anyway, thanks a lot, everybody. Have a great fucking day. Keep your bitches out of the kitchen, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.